Good evening, everybody. We're going to have some fun tonight. A quick note about KE4QEG. As many of you know, Charles in Panama City was not leaving town. He was going to ride it out. And I've tried to call him twice tonight. No answer. We'll keep trying. But in the meantime, keep that feller and his XYL in your prayers. I saw some videotape of Panama City earlier tonight, and it looked really scary. It was not good. So our best thoughts and prayers going out to KE4QEG and everybody in the path of Hurricane Michael. Anyway, good evening, guys. Tonight we're going to get into TV. We're going to get into the grab bag. We're going to get into movies, and then the Cuban Missile Crisis, U.S. history back in the 60s. Some history that anybody that was alive during that period will never, ever forget. And then I've got lyrics, guys and gals, from 1970 and 1980. And you know what? We're going to start with music tonight because we usually don't do that. So let's have a little bit of fun. The year is 1970. I'll give you a lyric. You give me the name of the song or the artist. Give me both, and it's 2 points. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy because of you. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy because of you. 1970. Once I give you the choices, you'll get it. Anybody without any help?
Yeah, Papa Mike.
Papa Mike is going to show off and get it. Go ahead, Papa Mike. A 2-point conversion right now.
God, I can't think of the name of the song, bro.
Who do you think the artist is?
Crosby, Stills and Nash.
All right, you're halfway home. What's the name of the song?
Let me just sing it to me.
All right, let's see if we can get some help. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy because of you. We've got Papa Mike, Pete guessing Crosby, Stills, and Nash. And I will tell you that part of it is correct. Anybody want to complete the 2-pointer?
SRT.
SRT to the rescue.
Hey, good evening, Pete. I believe that song was called Our House.
Our House. Let's look at the judges. Ding, 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 ding.
Good job, guys.
Nice going. Yes, well done on this first question. 2 for 1 as we start out with a bonus point. Our House, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, and maybe Young. I can never keep track of all those guys. All right, here we go. One more from 1970. 2-point opportunity if you get the name of the song and the artist. Waiting for the break of day, searching for something to say.
Oh, Papa Mike.
And this is really low-hanging fruit for Papa Mike, so let's try to get somebody else in here. 1970, waiting for the break of day, searching for something to say. NHI is in there. Good evening.
How you doing, Pete?
I am doing good. What's your answer?
That'd be Chicago, 25-64.
Ding, 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 ding. Another 2-pointer. Good evening. Yeah, NHI, what's your location?
Southeast Court, Kansas, a town called Independence.
All right, well, good to have you along. What's the name?
The name is Ken, KE0NHI.
All right, Ken, KE0NHI. There we go. A long-time listener, but rare caller. So good deal, Ken. And you got us to 4 for 2. As 25 or 6-4 by Chicago was correct. All right, one more, and then we're going to switch categories. And again, this is a song from 1970. Name of the artist and the title of the song, you get 2 points. There will be an answer. There will be an answer. 1970. Anybody want to do a 2-pointer?
VJF.
Oh, is that VJF?
VJF. That's Beatles.
There will be an answer. Let it be Beatles. Hold on. Anybody agree with that, by the way?
CBS agrees. XH agrees.
Now we've got agreement, and ding, 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 ding. A 2-point conversion there. 6 for 3, guys. Well, we're starting out strong. Let's go to a couple other categories. And what the heck? Let's go to television for a couple. Here we go back to the 70s and TV. And the question is as follows. What television series won the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Drama Series the most time in the 1970s?
Hey, why?
Your choices are The Waltons, Lou Grant, Upstairs, Downstairs, or Marcus Welby, MD. Which one of those won the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Drama Series the most? The Whiskey Station. All right, who is that again? And the call sign, please?
Kilo Whiskey, 5 Kilo Whiskey.
Oh, KW. Okay, very good. KW5KW. Good sounding station tonight. Always good sounding. Anybody agree with the Waltons? Anybody want to be a contrarian and vote for another one? NHI.
I didn't say Lou Grant.
Yeah, I'm wondering about a spoiler. Either Lou Grant or that upstairs downstairs one a bunch too. I never liked it, but anybody else?
Yeah, but wasn't Lou Grant a comedy rather than a drama?
Well, that's a good point. I don't know. Was Lou Grant comedy or drama? That's a very good point. Question there, Jack. Well, anybody else? Are we going to go with Waltons?
Charlie, X-Ray Golf.
X-Ray Golf.
I'm going to throw in Marcus Welby, MD, just to be contrarian. Lou Grant didn't come along till the end of the 70s.
That's right. It was after Mary Tyler Moore. Okay. Marcus Welby gets a vote. Anybody else? What television series won the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Drama Series the most in the 70s? AY.
Marcus Welby, that's a guess.
Another Marcus Welby. Anybody else?
I'm going to agree with the Waltons. Don't the Yankees.
All right. The Waltons is getting the consensus by a slim margin. Let's see if you guys are right. And actually, guys, it was upstairs, downstairs. And the reason you haven't heard of it, it's a British. I knew that. I knew that was going to be it. Yep. It was a British. You know what? That's a lame question.
Throw it out. It was also on PBS, which is not considered prime time.
Yeah, that's not real TV, is it?
Well, it's not prime time, no. British show.
All right, guys. Hey, one more from TV. Let's do this one. We're 6 for 4 is the tally right now. And let's remember Vivian Vance. Vivian Vance played a number of roles during her career, and she'll always be remembered as Lucy's sidekick, Ethel Mertz, of course, in I Love Lucy. Vance made her last television appearance in a 1970s series. The question is, what series was it? Your choices are Sam, Here's Lucy, The Carol Burnett Show, or The Mothers-in-Law.
NHI.
We've got NHI. Is anybody out there that hasn't played yet tonight? NHI, go ahead. All right, Here's Lucy gets the answer. Anybody else? My mic screen just dropped off the mic. Hold on a second here, guys. Okay, there we go. All right, Here's Lucy gets a vote. Anybody else? Where did Vivian Vance make her last 70s TV show appearance in the 70s? Sam, Here's Lucy, Carol Burnett, or The Mothers-in-Law?
Here's Lucy, AY.
All right, another Here's Lucy. AY, what is your answer, sir?
Here's Lucy.
All right, Here's Lucy gets it, and the answer is Sam.
Huh.
Yep, Sam was a short-lived series produced by Jack Webb, and it starred Mark Harmon as Officer Mike Green and Len Wayland as Captain Tom Claggett. It was about an L.A. police officer and his canine partner, Sam, a yellow Labrador Retriever. Not a long-lived series. All right, 6 for 5, guys. Let's do one more in television because we got to get one of these right. So let's do this one. These are kind of tough questions, and I like them for that reason. All right, television in the 1970s saw a bunch of comedy variety shows. Here's your question. Which of these series ran for more than one TV season? Okay, so which of the following series made it to a second season at least? Sonny and Cher, The Red Fox Comedy Hour, Captain and Tennille, or The Richard Pryor Show? Which one of those made it more than 1 year?
AWP.
AWP.
Richard Pryor, I think.
Richard Pryor. Okay, anybody else?
SRT?
SRT, what are you thinking?
I think Sonny and Cher went for a few years.
That would be my vote. I think Richard Pryor got injured and they had to cut the show, and then Captain Tennille lasted 5 minutes. Same thing with Red Fox. Anybody else agree with Sonny and Cher?
My vote, please.
Yeah, I think the Sonny and Cher gets it. Let's see. Well, let's see if Jerry might be right though. Let's see. Sonny and Cher is correct. It aired 4 seasons, 71 through 74.
Still playing, too.
Is it good?
No, I don't watch it.
7 for 6. Yes, there we go. All right, guys, let's do one more from television. In which of these 70s TV series did the title character work in a field that was not related to law enforcement or private investigation? So, of these series, which one was not about a cop or a PI? Barney Miller, Matt Lincoln, Dan August, Barnaby Jones. How about a new player? UBN, Tim.
What was the second one? Lincoln? The only one I ever heard of.
Matt Lincoln was the second one, yes.
That's my guess.
All right, Matt Lincoln, says Tim. Anybody else agree or disagree with Matt Lincoln?
YXH agrees.
All right, YXH, a couple others are there, and Matt Lincoln is correct. That was a medical drama. All right, well done, guys. 8 for 7. And you know what? It's time to change category, and we're going to go to the grab bag. I love the grab bag. We spin the wheel, and who knows where it's going to end up. It could be any number of the categories, and it always keeps us on our toes. So here we go. Wheel is spinning, and we end up in politics. Here we go. If the president and the vice president both die in a plane crash, who is next in line to be president of the United States? Your choices are Speaker of the House.
ICK.
Let me give the choices, and we'll get a new player. Hold on, Fred. We'll give you first choice. Speaker of the House, someone elected by the deceased president's party, the president's child, or the attorney general. And I heard YCK. Go ahead, Fred.
Speaker of the House.
Speaker of the House. Anybody agree with that? All right, got a bunch of people saying Speaker of the House, and that is correct. Well done, guys. Way to go, Fred. And it has never happened before because it will likely not happen because the president and the vice president do not travel together. All right, one more here from the grab bag. Let's spin the wheel, and here we go. Girl Scout trivia. And the Girl Scouts of the USA, after you are done being a brownie, what is the next level? And your choices are cadet, junior, senior, or daisy. In the Girl Scouts of the USA, once you're done being a brownie, what is the next level? Cadet, junior, senior, daisy. I would guess junior, but I don't know.
KAW with a guess.
KAW with a guess.
Yeah, I want to go Daisy.
Daisy. Why? You like that Daisy? Because it's a BB gun, right?
That's exactly right. The Red Rider at that.
There we go. That makes a lot of sense. Not anybody else. SRT. What do you think, Gosler?
I'm going to guess
Cadet.
That's it. AY.
Cadet. Okay. Anybody else? Where do you go after you're a brownie?
KVD 5AY, cadet.
85AY.
UBN.
Well, how about Jim? Let's go to Jim AY.
I said cadet.
All right, cadet and UBN.
I know it's not Daisy because I know they're a Daisy before they're a brownie. I'm guessing junior.
All right, we got to vote for junior. So right now, junior and cadet seem to be the consensus choices. Anybody else? Anybody want to be the tiebreaker? What do you go to after you're a brownie?
Junior? Yeah, the Cadet wants to change his vote.
You mean you don't like Daisy anymore, Jerry?
No, I guess I'll go with the consensus and I'll go with Cadet.
Oh, they had, okay. NHI with the tiebreaker. What do you say?
Junior.
All right, Junior gets the tiebreaker vote, and Junior is correct.
Well, good job, guys. We were close.
Right, listen carefully, Jerry, because you may want to be a brownie someday. The correct order is Daisy, brownie, Junior, cadet, and then senior.
Oh, okay, cool.
There you go. Daisy is the first one, though, okay?
Yeah, and you know what? I love Daisy Duke on Dukes of Hazzard. Boy, wasn't she hot.
All right, 10 for 9. We have one bonus point. Let's take one more from the grab bag, and our category is holidays.
Jerry, do you like Miss Daisy?
Oh, boy, back then she was something.
Oh, did you drive with Miss Daisy?
No, I'm talking about Daisy Duke on the Dukes of Hazzard.
Stupid. Sorry, Pete.
He did it, I didn't.
Are we going to play trivia? Oh, Okay, just wanted to make sure those guys were done.
We thought you blew a fuse.
No, I don't. I was just in amazement that conversation was going on. All right, guys, here we go. One more from the grab bag. In which holiday do people buy the most candy in the U.S.? Your choices are Valentine's Day, Halloween, Thanksgiving, or Christmas.
Oh, well, that's easy. Come on, guys.
DP, before Jerry stomped on him. Go ahead.
I'm going to say Halloween. DPH.
All right, DPH says Halloween. I think it's Halloween or Valentine's. Anybody else?
Halloween.
Halloween, AY.
Anybody else? You say Halloween?
Roger.
All right, Halloween gets it. Halloween is correct.
We told you so.
11 for 10. All right, let's keep going, guys. In the grab bag, one more. And this is a movie question. Let's get a new player for this. Science fiction, no less. Who plays Senator Amidala in Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones? Your choices are Natalie Portman, Amanda Burns, Hines, I guess, Sandra Bullock, or Kate Winslet. PJG.
Yeah, Natalie Portman.
Yeah. All right, Natalie Portman with some support. Anybody else agree?
And it's like
All right, good job, guys. Well played. 12 for 11. We're switching categories, and we're going to ham radio trivia. Looking for another new player. Let's get some new players in on this good night for the band. The band seems to be snapping back. I've got short, I've got long. Let's get somebody who's never played to answer this one. What information is on the outer scale of the standard Smith chart? What information is on the outer scale of the standard Smith chart? A, degrees dash centigrade Fahrenheit. B, reflection coefficient. C, wavelength divided by degrees, or wavelength slash degrees. Or D, impedance slash VSWR. That was a crazy question. Anybody want to take a stab at it? Go ahead, station. Oh, impedance and VSWR? Could somebody interpret that for me?
Hey, station, try it again.
It was like really overmodulated. Try it again, sir, and just slow down just a smidge. All right. Is that Brian? Yeah. Hey, yeah. You're driving a little hard, but I don't know. Maybe not. So, are you on the pipes or is this an antenna? Maybe just a little bit, because I can usually understand you. All right, so the impedance VSWR is absolutely incorrect. It was wavelength in degrees, and that was a really bad question. Really? Okay. 12 for 12. All right, here's one more. In what year did the first international radio regulations go into effect? Your choices are 1896, 1912, 1917, or 1921. Papa Hotel. Is that Roy? Papa Hotel, whoever that is.
That was KAW trying to get in there, too, if you didn't hear me.
Delta Hotel, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Brandon up in Lawton. In the year 1912, there was a lot of things that happened. One of them was the sinking of the Titanic, and the other one was their radio regulations.
You know what? I think you're absolutely right, Brent. Anybody agree with Brent, 1912?
Nope, I disagree, KAW.
KAW.
1921.
Anybody else?
I would agree with 21, AY.
All right. Anybody else want to jump in?
What's answers?
In what year did the first international radio regulations go into effect? The choices are 1896, 1912, 1917, 1921. Was that you, Tim?
Yes, I don't know. I just wanted to hear the answers again. I thought maybe something would come to me.
Echo Zulu's out there. What do you say?
1912.
1912 getting a little bit more of a consensus. Anybody else? What the heck? Let's try 1912, and 1912 is correct. 13 for 13. Anybody? Here's one for a new player. I don't think we've ever had this one. I can't even tell you what his call sign was, but somebody help me. What was Art Bell's call sign? Charlie November. Go ahead, Brian. All right, that's one of the choices. So is WB6TYS, K6AB, or K6UFO. Anybody agree with W6OBB?
CJF agrees.
All right, let's see if that's right. W6OBB is correct. Hey, Brian, did you talk to him? Wow, that must have been pretty cool.
Comment?
That's wild. And, yes, comment, go ahead.
I'll make it quick. I learned a lesson to never prejudge a station frequency. I heard him on 7200, and for the most part, we females tend to be a little afraid of that frequency because there's some pretty rough carrying dogs. So I heard him, and there was something about that call that seemed to ring a bell, but it just didn't register who it was. So I turned the dial. Then I realized who it was. I went back and called him. He was gone. And that was about 2 weeks before he passed away.
Oh, no. And that was on 7200?
Roger.
The funny farm of radio frequencies. Well, that's a great story. Well, it almost happened, Sylvia, QSL.
Yeah, but this ain't horseshoes.
All right, my friend. Hey, this is KE5GGY. One more from ham radio, guys. After World War II, this is a true-false statement, so listen carefully and tell me if you agree that this is true or false. After World War II, it was possible to get DXCC without submitting any QSLs to the ARRL. And let me repeat this one more time. True, false, after World War II, it was possible to get DXCC without submitting any QSLs to the ARRL. I guess the implication there is that the Bureau was invented. Maybe that's what I'm reading into it. Anybody agree or disagree?
BPH with a guess.
BPH.
Since no one's jumping in there, I'm just going to guess true.
All right, you think it's just kind of set up to be a trick. Okay, I would agree. Anybody else agree with true? Let's see if Brent is right. True is correct. It doesn't give any description or any analysis or reason for it, Brent, but it is correct. 15 for 15. Hey, let's leave ham radio, and I'm gonna give some movie descriptions here. This is Once Upon a Time in the Movies, and this will be kind of fun. These are a number of fairly well-known movies, but you got to pay attention because it's a riddle. We'll describe the movie to you. So here we go. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess named Princess Buttercup. And she was supposed to marry this very mean prince by the name of K.A.W. But she didn't marry him. She wanted to marry her true love. What story is this?
CBK.
CBS, what do you say?
I'll say The Princess Bride.
Princess Bride gets a vote from CBS. GBK, what do you say?
I agree.
All right, yeah, the choices are Snow White, Princess Bride, Ever After, or Shrek. Let's see if you guys are right. That is correct. All right, 16 for 16. Got to get a little tougher on a couple of these. So here we go. Once upon a time, there were four very good friends. They were girlfriends. They loved to do all kinds of different things together, and they even went to a cemetery. What movie is this where Samantha reminisces? And your choices are Seems Like Good Times, The Divine Secrets of Ya-Ya Sisterhood, Red Rover, or Now and Then.
UBN.
UBN, Tim is on it.
I think it's the Ya-Ya.
The Divine Secrets of Ya-Ya Sisterhood. Anybody?
Yeah, BG agrees with that.
There's the big gun. Anybody else?
Anyway.
And that is incorrect. It's now and then.
How about that?
16 for 17. Okay, let's go back to 1912. Once upon a time, there was a very excited group to take the first voyage on a ship. Tell us some more, Rose, if you would.
CBS.
Yeah.
I heard CBS. Who was the other station?
Delta Yankee.
Delta Yankee Jack Attack.
Yeah, it was Titanic.
Anybody like Titanic?
Oh, yeah. Hey, what?
Oh, yeah, and that is correct. That was kind of easy. Let's see if we can ratchet up the difficulty just a little bit. Here's another movie. Listen carefully. Once upon a time, there was this beautiful girl named Beverly. Beverly was a happy child until she had a child of her own at the young age of 15. Beverly grew up very quickly, but her husband Raymond had a drug problem. One day, Beverly took her son Jason and left Raymond. Raymond was very sad, but Beverly had to do what was right for her son. What movie are we talking about? And your choices are Bringing Up Baby, Riding in Cars with Boys, Aaron Brockovich, or Look Who's Talking.
KAW.
KAW.
Look who's talking.
Look Who's Talking. Anybody else? Aaron Brockovich is about like a witness protection deal or somebody ratting out on a company.
What were the choices?
Yeah, choices were Bringing Up Baby, Riding in Cars with Boys, Aaron Brockovich, or Look Who's Talking. I would tend to go with Jerry KW, who's watched more television than any human on the planet.
I think you're right.
It wasn't Look Who's Talking. That was Bruce Willis and what's her name? And she wasn't 15.
Oh, really? Okay, well, never mind what I said about KW then.
It's got to be one of the first two. I just don't know.
All right, well, there's Tim giving us some additional wives' counsel, Bringing Up Baby, Riding in Cars with Boys. Anybody else?
You better behave yourself. Quit picking on him.
Yeah. Hello, Jimmy. Tim, you better be our tiebreaker.
I'll guess the first one.
Bringing Up Baby is incorrect. It was Riding in Cars with Boys.
Right on.
Well, darn. Well, I tried a 50-50 chance, still couldn't get it.
Drew Barrymore was in that classic. All right, one more. Let's do one more, shall we? Once upon a time, there was a sweet boy named Simon Birch. He was so small, and his family didn't love him the way they should have. I was his best friend in the whole world. When I stood by his graveside, I reminisced about our days growing up together. Who played the character of Joe Wentworth as the adult?
Always a J.
Your choices are Jim Carrey, Tom Hanks, Leonardo DiCaprio, or Oliver Pratt. These are kind of tough.
These are.
I think it's Jim Carrey. DJG.
I want to say Oliver Pratt.
All right, Oliver Pratt. Anybody else?
Albert, get your U.S. degree. Keith Martin.
All right, Oliver Pratt is incorrect. It was Jim Carrey.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, we were wrong, Sylvia.
All right, 17 for 20. Hey, let's leave the movies, shall we? And let's go to a new category for tonight. Actually, may finish this up tomorrow night, but let's start it tonight. Cuban Missile Crisis. And some of you old-timers will find this easy. Some of you younger people may have to maybe learn a little bit. So, in what year did the United States become aware of the Soviet plans to station missiles in Cuba? Your choices are 61, 62, 63, or 64. YCK.
1961.
Right on, AY.
Sir, VG agreed.
All right, anybody disagree with 61? X-Ray Golf, what do you say? You say 62?
Affirmative.
All right, anybody else?
KW with 62.
All right, anybody else for 62?
AWC 62.
All right, I need a tiebreaker. Who's going to step up and pick between 61 and 62?
62. Casey, you're going to do it.
All right, Jimmy's the tiebreaker, and Jimmy, you're correct.
Good job, Jimmy.
Yep, nice going. Here we go. 18 for 21. We're just going to stick in this category because this is pretty interesting. Next question. What reconnaissance did the U.S. use to discover the missile sites on Cuban territory? Choices are patrol boats, spy planes, submarines, CIA agents. AWP, then X-ray whiskey. Jerry, what? All right, spy plane, X-ray whiskey. What do you say? Thumbs up, thumbs down.
I don't know what he said, but what's the U2?
Right on, AY.
All right, spy plane is what he said, and you said it too. Anybody else for spy plane?
How about this sky plane?
All right, there's Jimmy and his spy plane, and that is correct. 19 for 22. And there you have it. Let's do another one here. When Kennedy became aware that the Soviet Union was about to station missiles on Cuban territory, what did he order the U.S. Navy to do? Listen carefully to the choices. Number one, send submarines to the Soviet harbor for a covert attack. B, number two, annihilate the Soviet ships that were entering the Cuban territory to prevent more missiles from entering the harbor. Number three, set up a naval quarantine, a partial blockade around Cuba. Or number four, he did not order the Navy to do anything. How about a new player?
WTQ?
Anything Q, the Q station. Go ahead.
Yeah, Pete, this KG5WTQ. He set up a blockade.
Blockade gets a big vote and some consensus. Anybody disagree with blockade? All right, we got a bunch of consensus there, and that, of course, is correct. Now, we're going to get a little tougher here, guys, so be attentive here. Listen carefully, and ding, 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 it is the bonus round. Immediately before the Cuban Missile Crisis, what was the internationally agreed limit of territorial waters in the Americas? Choices are 12, 24, 36, or 48 miles. So before the Missile Crisis, what was the agreed-upon limit of territorial waters in the Americas? AY.
12 miles.
Hold on a second. AY, you said what? I'm sorry?
12 miles.
12 miles. Anybody agree? Anybody disagree with 12 miles? All right, let's go with 12 miles, and 12 miles is correct. Well done, guys. All right, bringing us to 21 for 24. Who was the General Secretary of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union at the time of the Cuban Missile Crisis? We'll ask for somebody to do it without choices, without help. Anybody that hasn't been on tonight? HLG, go ahead.
Nikita Khrushchev.
That's right, AY.
All right, so the other choices besides Khrushchev or Kosygin, Bulganin or Gorbachev. Anybody else for Khrushchev? All right, good job, guys. That is absolutely correct. 22 for 25. Coming up on November here pretty quick. Okay, the U.S. missiles in what country threatened the Soviet Union? What were they complaining about through the process? New player.
Well, not new, but X-ray whiskey.
X-ray whiskey. The U.S. missiles in what country threatened the Soviet Union? Turkey.
Yep, AY.
Yeah, the other choice is Finland, West Germany, India. Anybody else agree with Turkey? Yeah, there you go. All right, 23 for 26. We're staying in Cuba. And the crisis, what was the one major cause that started this crisis? Here are your choices. And think about this before you answer. What was the one major cause that started the crisis? The Berlin Wall, Soviet Union declares war on the United States, Bay of Pigs invasion, or World War II?
Charlie X-ray golf.
Charlie X-ray golf. What was the one major cause that started the crisis?
C is in Charlie.
Charlie X-ray golf says Bay of Pigs. Anybody else? Echo Zulu agrees. X-ray whiskey, are you agreeing, George?
The same, the Bay of Pigs invasion,
All right, seem to have a consensus for Bay of Pigs, and Bay of Pigs is correct. 24 for 27. Well done, guys, as we go to one final question. And what did both countries, the U.S. and the Soviet Union, agree to do to solve this conflict? Here are your choices. Number 1, start World War III. Number 2, demand the removal of U.S. missiles in Turkey in exchange for the Soviet missiles in Cuba. Number 3, demilitarize all of their offensive weaponry. Or number 4, launch a strategic war between the two nations.
QBN.
Dingo Dingo, first time tonight. Hello, Mike.
Hello, Pete. It's choice number 2. Take the missiles out of Turkey.
We gave him a turkey for a Cuba, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Anybody else agree with take missiles from Turkey and Cuba?
AWP agrees.
All right. What was that, George?
Well, it's really.
Well. All right. Here's a true-false question. Listen carefully. True-false. The final agreement was that both countries agreed to dismantle their arms totally and stay away from each other's continents. True or false?
Say what?
False.
A&O.
A&O. Hello, Tom.
Say what? I agree.
All right, we've got falses agreeing, and yes, false is correct. Well done. How about one more? One more here, as we are 26 for 29. Let's get one more. This is true-false here for you. In 1963, the Soviet Union and the United States signed the Nuclear Test Ban Treaty. Is that true or false?
What year?
1963.
DPH.
DPH, what say thee?
I'm just going to make a guess, so I'm going to say false.
All right, anybody else disagree with false?
X-ray golf.
X-ray golf.
True.
Yeah, I think it's true, guys. Anybody else?
True. KW0US.
Yeah, because there were a bunch that signed it. Anybody else say true?
Yep, they were.
Yeah, KW will.
All right, let's see if true is correct. And yes, in 1963, the Soviet Union, the U.S., and 100 other nations signed the Nuclear Test Ban Treaty to end testing of nuclear weapons in the atmosphere. There you have it. There you have it, guys. Good job. 27 for 30. A lovely night here on 80 meters. And I want to just thank everybody for playing. Got some new people in, which is always fun. And what can I say? Always just a real honor to be here with you guys. This is KE5GGY. And after the craziness dies down, I'd like KF5 UTM Jack in New Orleans to pick it up. So please, guys, thank you.